Hello there. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm just going to do a bit more work on my little propane forge today. Going to do some work on the burners. Got some parts. But first things first, I'm going to have some pumpkin pie. This is another thing I like about fall is pumpkin pie. That's pretty good. So I know what some of you might be saying, well, that's the last thing you need, Mac, is some more pie, but it's the simple pleasures in life. Anyways, I'm going to finish the pie and then get to work on my burner nozzles. Stay tuned. So I made short work of that pumpkin pie, and it was delicious, by the way. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to make the nozzles for my burners on the forge. So there'll be a piece of 1/4 inch NPT pipe fits inside that piece of other 3/4 inch. Then this brass cap will get threaded on. And then this big welding tip will thread into the brass cap, and then the gas will shoot through here. So this is a 0.035 tip, so 0.030 or 0.035 would work. So I've got both, so I'm going to start with the 0.035 and see what happens. So I'm going to try and get this hole in the center of this as close as I can. So what I'm going to do is use my lathe. I've got a little nipple chucked into the lathe, 1/4 inch nipple. Thread this on, and then I'll drill this out and tap it. So we'll move over to the lathe. Okay, so I'm just going to set the chuck up in the lathe. And then put the, this will be my pilot bit. Actually, just thinking what I should use is a centering drill bit first. Just dig one out of the cabinet here. Things are in a bit of a confused state in here right now. I'm trying to reorganize a bit. Make room for that new cabinet I got. So I'm moving things around and going through things. Anywho, okay. Here's that the other way. So I'll just thread that guy on there lightly. little dab will do ya. That's interesting. Whoops. That bit wants to skid around a bit on the cap, so I'm just going to turn the speed up here. We're on high. Yeah, it's not brass so soft. The pilot drill just wanted to skip on it a bit, but looks like we got her now. Put that back, so you're looking for it later. And the drill bit's in the drill crooked. Or the chuck, I should say. Okay. It's about time for some more cutting oil on this. Okay, so now I just have to go double check what size drill. This is a 1/4 inch National Fine. 1/4 National Fine is what these big nozzles are. So I just have to find the appropriate drill for that. Okay, so the next bit's not too exciting. Basically just me working on the lathe. And of course I have my back to the camera most of the time. So anyways, rather than listening to me babble off camera, we'll just insert a little bit of music right here. Okay, so this is the setup. Now, once I get this other one made, I'm going to make a plate for the goes across the top of that, and it'll kind of another plate for the bottom here. So that will clamp this part into place, center it as best as I can on this. And then the gas comes through there and creates a Venturi effect on this end. So I've got some stainless steel pipe now. That's also what I'm going to do is make up a little flares for the end of this. So now I'll just do one more of these. And then actually while I'm at the lathe here, I'll clean these threads out of here, just smooth this part up a bit while I'm at it. So I'll just repeat this process and then I'll move on to the next. Okay, so I got those made up. So like I say, just because I'm over here, I'm going to hog those threads out of that bell end just so it's smoother inside there. Apparently it's better for airflow, gas flow. I'm not sure, but. Okay, always a good idea to take the tool out right away because these things are razor sharp, and then usually end up slicing yourself when you forget it's in the tool holder. Okay, so like I say, that's much nicer inside there now. So the next step is to build the bracket that holds the nozzles on. Okay, so I'm just having up the bracket here that'll hold those nozzles to the burners. Yeah, so I just gotta make a little bracket that will clamp on that part, and this piece goes in the middle, 2 bolts hold it together, kind of sandwich everything in place. That's the theory anyways. Need gas too, very important. They get all, if you don't have that shielding gas, you get tons of porosity. That's not too bad underneath, so that'll do for a tap. Yeah, I'll put the other side back together, or weld the other side up I mean, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got the little frame made up here that the nozzles will sit in. So then what I'm going to do is take this off, drop this down. I'm going to weld a washer on each of these, and then pinching the washer on the pipe between the brass nozzles, so it's going to hold it in place. So I see my battery's getting low. Okay, so I was rushing a bit there. I was trying to beat the battery, so to speak. The battery was going low, so I just pulled it out and said heck with it, charged it up a bit. So this is my manifold now. It's pretty well complete. The only thing I have to do now is cut those stainless steel flares, weld those in, take it apart. I got to finish welding it up. Just got to tack weld it to make sure everything fits. So this is the gas supply goes in here, and your burner is adjusted by these 2 valves here. This holds this part together. Then there'll be 2 sleeves. I'll weld on the top here. They'll have 3 set screws in them, and then that'll hold these pipes in place. So what I'm going to try to do tomorrow is, like I say, get those flares cut, get those welded in here, finish welding everything up, and then put it all together with tape. This is the yellow tape that's for natural gas or propane. Tape it all up real good, make sure it doesn't leak, and then I think I'll try just lay the burners on something and try running the burners and see what they look like. You know, if they're rubbish, then back to the drawing board. But I don't know, so far so good. Starting to come along, so like I say, that'll be the next step. Finish up a few details and try some fire. Then we'll see what we got. I don't think I'll light it up inside the shed though. I think I'm going to take it outside and try it, just in case. So anyways, stay tuned for part 3. Tomorrow's Canadian Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Canadians. And everybody else is just going to have to wait. Folks in the US are going to have to wait another month. But we'll get all the good turkeys. So, so anyways, see you later.